There's a piece of evidence that's floating out there that we're very curious about. I think it was 2008. Kids playing in a lot somewhere found this parachute. Their dad realized this might be D.B. Cooper's parachute, and he called the FBI. They called the guy who packed the parachutes. Can you come over and identify this parachute? He came to see the parachute. He walks in, and from 5 feet away, he says, "That's not my parachute." And he said, "That's a silk parachute." He goes, "I never packed a silk parachute." So the entire parachute thing was dismissed, except for the Cooper people. They realized that it could not be a silk parachute because, number one, if silk was buried in the ground for years, it would deteriorate organically, and this one was not deteriorated at all. Then, looking at the date, they realized they were inside World War II, and all the silk came from Japan, and we were at war with Japan.
More and more paratroops, the infantrymen who drop from the skies and fight on land.
So there was no silk coming into the country. It couldn't be a silk parachute. The guy who packed the parachutes did not identify it as a nylon parachute, which is what it had to be, because ripstop nylon has got this kind of checkerboard look to it. This didn't have that, so he immediately assumed it was silk, which is kind of rightly so on his part. For a very short period, they manufactured these pure nylon parachutes, but they ripped open and killed people. And that's when they came up with ripstop nylon. So it's a nylon parachute. So what the rest of the world doesn't know, that we happen to know, is that Larry Carr told us that when he interviewed the family that found the parachute, the kids dug it out of the ground, and there were the cords coming off the parachute went into the ground, and they couldn't dig up the whole thing, so they cut the cords off, and they brought the parachute home. So something is at the end of the cords, buried in the ground in Amboy, Washington, and we have no idea what it is.
But do we have any idea where it is?
The FBI knows. The public, the Cooper sleuths, do not know. Do I want to know? Absolutely, I want to know.
Well, you can make the argument that you have leads in a case that's not closed yet. It's not solved.
Okay.
Even if it is closed, you can reopen it. So
take it away.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll have an opportunity to bring that up.
Yeah, definitely. I want to talk about the Amboy Chute.
Okay. Yeah, I was sitting at my desk. The phone rings, and someone says, "Hey, I just want to let you know I found a parachute in my backyard." And I said, "I'll be right there." And it appeared to me that the area where the chute was found was on a hillside with a lot of trash. So the people that lived there prior, and this is what the homeowner told me, they apparently just dumped all their trash down this hill. It wasn't buried in a hole as if someone was trying to hide it. Nonetheless, though, I took the chute just in case. I called up Earl Causey, the guy that packed the chutes that were ultimately given to Cooper that night, and he instantly said, "This isn't it. It's not even the right material."
But later on, some of the people that were looking at it said that could have been the right material. Isn't that correct?
No, Earl Causey was adamant.
So he went right up to it and looked at it and touched it?
And he grabbed it and held it and instantly knew that it wasn't his. I mean, he had it in his hands looking at it. And also, I was pretty sure that that chute hadn't been in the ground for, 30, almost 40 years. It wasn't deteriorated. This just simply isn't part of the case.
Did you know he was a Cooper suspect?
I know who he is.
Absolutely, he's got the skill set.
This is our suspect.